Beautiful.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Johnny. How you doing?
Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm all right.
I watched your movie. I don't want to seem goofy about this, but I enjoy watching you in films because you never know when you're going to pull some stuff. You know what I mean? As an actor, it's fascinating to watch you, and that's what you want.
That's kind of been the problem with my career for...
No. You know what I was thinking about was I think the first time I saw you on the big screen was in the Edward Scissorhands thing. Yeah. How long ago? How long ago was that? That's been 20 years, hasn't it, at this point?
That has been 20 years.
Yeah, and it was kind of an odd film, wasn't it?
Yeah, in some ways. Yeah.
But you liked working with Tim Burton?
Yeah, very much. We've done a number now over the years.
Of all the directors, well, you can't really say whose work you prefer, but you guys are symbiotic. Is that right?
We've developed a shorthand that just sort of works somehow.
Where did you make that movie?
Tampa, Florida.
Yeah. Now, how did they get you? Was that leather thing with the?
Yeah, There's a tremendous amount of leather and.
Yeah. Was it? It must have been godly uncomfortable, right?
Oh, it was hideous. Yeah.
And as an actor, can you get to a point where you can act without being aware of this horrific costume?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, because you're basically bound up like an old sea trunk.
Yeah.
In leather and rubber and things like that. Oh, it could be somebody's Sunday night.
Yeah. What? Hello. A Sunday night. A Sunday night.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable.
So how long would they leave you in the suit? I mean, they'd have to take breaks and hose you with shaved ice, wouldn't they?
Yeah, drag me down the slip and slide. You know? Yeah, no, it was pretty much an all-day affair.
Yeah. And it was a health hazard. You could overheat. I'm sure it was hot.
I did overheat a few times, especially
really?
there was a scene in the film where I'm being chased by the cops, and I have to run like a great distance, you know, down this street in this very strange little neighborhood. And on about the 9th take, I was overheating pretty seriously, and I took a detour to the side of someone's house, and I let loose.
Now, Mr. Depp, when you say you let loose, tell the jury exactly what are we talking about.
I upchucked.
Yeah. Well, you're here on a good night, buddy. This is it.
Yeah.
Did you, when you were a kid starting out, like actors, guys who are iconic, well, James Dean, you didn't know James Dean, of course, but you must have enjoyed his work, and like Marlon Brando. You met Marlon Brando, I think, right?
I knew him, I knew him very well. Very lucky, yeah.
What was it like have a good friend who was such a great actor? Any hints, any advice from him?
Yeah, I mean, a lot. You know, he basically had the great gift of not really caring.
Now, is that a good thing for an actor to be?
Yeah, I think that's the best thing you could.
And why?
Because then you don't put so much pressure on yourself, I suppose, and then you're able to stay relaxed in the scene. And
so you just sort of let the part overcome you, or you overcome the part, but you don't have to think about it. It's not calculated, is what you're saying.
No, exactly.
Yeah. And had he must have seen your work and enjoyed it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I know you don't like to go to your own films, do you?
No.
Yeah. Why is that?
It makes me feel unpleasant, you know.
We're selling tickets now. That's why people don't watch this show. We make them feel unpleasant. I mean, are you self-conscious when you see your on the big screen?
I'd rather walk away with the experience of the process of making the film.
Yeah.
But I don't once they give me the boot, it's really none of my business. You know?
So you feel your responsibility is only in your craft, making the movie top to bottom, and that's it.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's wise. I mean, really, beyond that, you've done your part.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm done.
Now, what about your family? I bet they see your films.
I think they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
My kids have. I think my kids have actually seen more of my films than
Yeah.
than I have.
How old are your kids?
8 and 11 now.
8. Oh, 8 years old. Oh,
11.
yeah, boy.
Incredible.
Is it Jack who's 8 years old?
Jack is 8, Lily Rose is 11, yeah.
See, I just have the one, Harry, who has just turned 7, and I don't know what it's like when you have 2 kids, but having 1 kid and just watching him slip into, who used to be just 3 months old,
Yeah.
and now he's 7, I can't stand it.
Yeah, no, mine too. I remember. No.
We have a picture here with, well, here's a cute little girl. Now, this is not your daughter. What is this we're looking at, Johnny?
That is that's a little girl named Beatrice at a school in Greenwich, in London, South London. She wrote me this really darling, like a beautiful letter, and asked if we would come to the school and mutiny.
Really? She writes you a letter saying, come to the school and help us overthrow the administration.
That was essentially it, yeah.
Wow, well, what was her essential complaint?
She didn't really have any, you know.
just general mayhem for no reason.
Yeah.
So you show up, and what happened then?
We were filming about, you know, 300 yards away from the school, and got the letter, and I thought we have to, you know, I've got to do this. So we gave the school about 5 minutes warning. Asked them if they would assemble the kids. They did. And we went in there, and the reaction was a little mixed. You know, there was shock, you know, confusion. Some kids were very happy, you know, there was elation, and some kids were scared, real scared.
Yeah, there's always a few.
Yeah.
Always a few when it comes time to mutiny get cold feet. You can always count on that. But that must have been a great thing. You do more of that than I'd never heard about this. You do a lot of this, though, don't you? Well, I don't know a lot, but you do it every now and then.
I do like to do that sort of thing, for, you know, for the kiddies. It's nice to be able to give back and say thanks, you know, in a particular way, in a special way.
That's very sweet.
Yeah, no, I feel very lucky to be able to do it.
Yeah, and where is your family? Where do you guys all live now?
We're basically transient at the moment.
Yeah,
we're just sort of,
Spend a while in France. Are you still?
Still spending time in France, Los Angeles, and then wherever location is. You know?
Yeah, and the kids. I think we probably talked about this. They must speak French, right?
Oh yeah, perfectly.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. So when you're in France, is that the language they choose, or is it back and forth? What do you do?
They're able to go back and forth so quickly, you know, and then I get stuck in situations where I have to speak French, and then my kids correct me and make fun of me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what kids do, though, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, it must be, are they at that stage now where they know how cool it is that Johnny Depp is their father?
We've never talked about that. No, I think, you know, I'm just dad.
You're just dad. But there will come a point when, oh yeah, well, you know, sure, your dad owns a Dairy Queen, but my dad is Johnny Depp, you know? Boy, this movie, it shot principally, I think, unless it's CGI, and I don't even know what that means.
Nor do I.
You don't know what it is either?
No.
In Venice.
Yes.
Oh my God! How long were you in Venice?
Wonderful. 3 months, a little over 3 months. Beautiful place.
Yeah, fantastic. What time of year were you there?
I think it was, I don't remember actually. I think it was sometime around March-ish.
So probably not so crowded in March with tourists and such.
There were probably more paparazzi than tourists, to be honest.
Yeah. It must drive you nuts, right?
It's pretty weird.
Yeah. I have to take my own pictures and send them in. It's just awful. Now, look at this. Look at this. This is exactly what I was talking about. Is that the dog?
Yes.
That's like an English bull terrier or something?
It's an enormous muscle.
How much does that beast weigh?
I'd venture to say somewhere in the neighborhood of 175 pounds.
Oh, my God. And this is Angelina's dog, and you got to babysit the dog. Is that right?
I did. I babysitted.
Okay. Well, we'll hear all about it when we come back with Johnny Depp, everybody.